What's up, guys? In this video, I'm introducing you to Betty Gray that one day will become Betty White. We're going to be talking about what I plan to initially do with it, what kind of power I plan on generating, how I plan to gap a Hellcat. That's right, I plan on gapping a Hellcat. I'm going to tell you how I plan on doing that. But first, let's go over the car and the items that are wrong with it and what I would like to take care of first before we start modifying this vehicle. Now, this is a vehicle, as I mentioned before, that I am super familiar with. The platform, the Fox body, over 15 years ago was the last time that I really tried to go fast with a stock bottom end, which was back in 2010 or 2009, somewhere around that time. I had a black notch with a stock bottom end 302 that ended up going 1032 at over 100. So if you're unfamiliar with the small block Ford, it generates some pretty decent torque. These vehicles are super light, and so it's a huge advantage for the platform. We're going to take advantage of the platform, see if we can get some power out of it and see how fast we can go at the racetrack. But first, let's talk about the items that are wrong with this vehicle and what I plan on doing. First on the list for Betty Gray that will one day become Betty White is fix the idle. As you guys know, or if you don't know, watch my other videos. This vehicle is equipped with a Terminator X system that has some issues coming to an idle and a stop. So if you push in the clutch, sometimes it stalls and has some trouble catching itself. This has the original stepper motor from Ford, so there's possibly an option to maybe look into that, maybe just do some adjustments to the idle or switch over into the GM. First, I'm going to just work on the Ford IAC and see how close I can get it. Once I can get it to idle right and sound right at idle, because these things really need to sound right at idle, I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is fix the e-brake. This is a 5-speed, and I've put it in gear before, and sometimes it rolls. I'm not exactly sure if it's the clutch or why it rolls. I don't get any clutch slip, so I don't know why it would roll even in gear, but it must be the clutch that's sliding on the flywheel. And so first on the list is to fix the e-brake. Now, I haven't brought this up in the air. I know that it still has 4-lug axles. However, it does have disc brakes. Can't see them back there, but they're back there. But I'm not exactly sure how they did the conversion, but what I do know is that the e-brake is useless. There's nothing there, which is not really safe. I don't really feel confident in parking it anywhere and getting out of it, because I'm gonna be wondering if I'm gonna exit the store or wherever I'm at and the car will be down the street, which would be kind of funny, but not funny if this thing gets smashed. The next thing on the list, because I've been driving it a little bit, is to fix the speedo cable. When you're accelerating, there's some noise in the dash that increases with vehicle speed. I've had this issue before in other vehicles, super common on this vehicle. I'm gonna verify that it's the speedo cable, but it's most likely what it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to work on the speedo cable, which is the most urgent because it's the most annoying. But after that, I will try to work on all the other small minor items that are making noise are not really working very well. For example, the passenger side window is going up pretty slow. So I'll take a look at that and see if I can fix it. There was another item that I wanted to make sure works on this vehicle before I put any power adders to it, which would be the cruise control and then finally the AC system. So I'm in the Midwest and a lot of people are willing to remove the air conditioning off of these vehicles, but I'm telling you, from a old fart like me, well, not really old, but older person in their 40s, I have a 8-year-old and a newborn, and the only way that I can really get them into this car, especially in 90-degree weather like there is today, is to have a vehicle that has a properly working air conditioner. And if I could be honest, I mean, I don't like the AC as well. So air conditioner, cruise control, squeaks and rattles and noises is what we want to take care of. And then, as you guys have seen, we're going to install a nitrous kit. So I was thinking about doing a old school NOS because it does actually have a nitrous bottle bracket. Can't see it back there, but it's down there. And it actually has, as you can see, a nitrous line ran. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're going to add a nitrous kit. Now, previously, the way that I ran nitrous was a plate system that would be placed in between the upper and lower intake. And so that's what I plan on doing with this as well. I plan on putting a nitrous kit underneath it and spraying. I would say, I mean, we could do like 250. As crazy as that may sound, these things can take it as long as you are able to tune them correctly and kind of gradually work your way. Now, if you want to follow a build like this, where I take a Betty White, just an average cruiser that could take the grandchildren or your children to get ice cream and be able to gap a Hellcat, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment below if this is the kind of content that you would like to see, and tell me how you have modified these vehicles and how well they have ran for you. Subscribe, hit the like, and thanks for watching.